Hello and welcome to a special episode of Poke Knowledge, where I'm going to share with you the top 10 Gen 6 Pokedex entries. Now before I even begin, this list is built off of my opinion, and to judge these Pokemon, I looked for Pokemon with bizarre, over-the-top, or just interesting Pokedex entries. So, let us begin. Number 10. Hawlucha. While I find this Pokemon ugly, I think its X Pokedex entry is quite funny. Although its body is small, its proficient fighting skills enable it to keep up with the big bruisers like Machamp and Hariyama. Every time I read this, I think of some pay-per-view event. Let's get ready to rumble! Number 9. Goodra. Every time I look at this Pokemon, I think of something lovable. Then I read its Y Pokedex entry, and I think love is the best weapon. It attacks with retractable horns. It throws a punch that's the equivalent of the force of 100 pro boxers. I also want to point out that while it can throw a punch at the force of 100 pro boxers, it's better at special attack. Go figure. Number 8. Aegislash. Okay, Aegislash might just be one of my most favorable Pokemon in Gen 6, and its Pokedex entry for Y just makes me love it even more. Apparently, it can detect innate qualities of leadership. According to legend, whoever it recognizes is destined to become king. With that in mind, I was the first of my friends to get a shiny of him. Does that make me king now? Number 7. Slurpuff. It's probably my biggest regret when I played X. I really should have used this on my team. Now, I feel like I could have done some pun involving its Pokedex entry, but I think that would make this video just stink. Its sense of smell is 100 million times better than a human's, so even the faintest scent tells it about everything in the area. It's like it can see with its nose! While this was Y Pokedex entry, I think this Pokemon has to be one of the most over-the-top Pokemon of Gen 6 in my opinion. Number 6. Tyrantrum. I know I'm not the only one here that thinks this T-Rex is just simply awesome, and its Pokedex entry makes it even better. Thanks to its gargantuan jaws, which could shred through metal plates as if they were paper. It was invincible in the ancient world it once inhabited. Nothing could stop this Pokemon 100 million years ago, so it behaved like a king. I also want to point out that it can learn Dragon Claw, but wouldn't it have trouble hitting Pokemon with its tiny arms? Just a thought. Number 5. Malamar. This oddly evolving Pokemon has to have the most evil Pokedex entry to date. It lures its prey close and with hypnotic motion, then wraps its tentacles around it before finishing it off with digestive fluids. I feel like it should say, but wait, there's more. Not only will it put you under a hypnotic trance, but then it will bind you, then kill you with acid. I'm done. No more killing my kids game, okay? Number 4. Avalugg. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It just has this weirdly cute yet funny Pokedex entry for Y. The way a Sevelberg might huddle on its back makes it look like an aircraft carrier made of ice. Okay, never mind what I said before. It now makes me think of spiders that have like millions of babies on the mother's back. Good luck sleeping tonight, guys. Number 3. Gorgeous. I just love everything this Pokemon has to offer for a Pokedex entry. It's weird, funny, and creepy all in one. It enwraps its prey with its hair-like arms. It sings joyfully as it observes the suffering of its prey. I think this more caught me off guard when I read this. For some reason I was thinking it would have a Pokedex entry saying something like this. It helps anyone that's lost at night with its glowing body. Maybe I'm just too optimistic. I wonder. Number 2. Amarara. Again, I think I'm pronouncing it right. I just think this is really nostalgic for me. This calm Pokemon lived in a cold land where there were no violent predators like Tyrantrum. I instantly think the Land Before Time series, since all the plant eaters, and yes, I know they're called herbivores, I'm just using Land Before Time terms, lived in an area with no predators. The T-Rexes lived outside of it. It makes me feel like that. And for number 1, Chestnut. Now, I will admit, I did pick Chespin because I thought it was just awesome, and since I went into X and Y blind, I had some faith in its final form, and it was proven right. The Pokedex entry for both games explain how much of a tank it is. First with X, its tackle is forceful enough to flip a 50-ton tank. It shields its allies from danger with its own body. And for Y, when it takes a defensive posture with its fists guarding its face, it could withstand a bomb blast. We couldn't get any more of a tank Pokemon. This is another example of Pokemon just being over the top with the Pokedex entries. It seems like the writers still have kids at heart, because the fact that this is something that I would have written at age 5. Okay, maybe now, because that is pretty awesome. But either way. Now, first off, I'm sorry guys if your favorite Kalos Pokemon didn't make the cut, and if it didn't, tell me what your favorite Pokedex entry from the Kalos region is in the comments section. I'll say this was fun to do, and I will most likely be doing more top 10s in the future. Make sure to leave a like, and with that, thank you for watching, and this is Bisharp, signing out.